Following UFC 313, I feel like a very important discussion needs to be had. And that is because Alex Pereira lost. Not because he got taken down and held down, he actually defended all of the takedowns. But in key moments, Ankalaev was able to stall out the fight and win the fourth, and on one scorecard, the fifth. And this is very interesting, because over a few fights, good takedown defense has simply not been enough. You look at Mario Batista versus Jose Aldo. Batista shot 11 takedowns, I believe, and got none. Against Merab. Merab shot for 16 takedowns against Aldo and got none. Yet they still end up winning. And this is really interesting because, again, while strikers have evolved much better takedown defense where they can prevent themselves from getting on the ground, they fail a very key skill, which is disengaging and staying disengaged and just functioning in the clinch. And while I can sit here and say that stalling shouldn't be rewarded, you also have to learn how to break off the fence and disengage and, keep the space, right? And it's really interesting that such powerful and athletic people like Aldo and like Pereira, and even like we look at O'Malley or Edwards, where they just can't really disengage or break off the fence. And it's just the natural evolution of MMA, but it's just been a trend that I've been noticing recently. And simply, just good takedown defense isn't enough, because people will hold you up against the fence. Do a couple punches to the bodies, knees to the thighs, they'll grind you out, because it's just simply an easier way to win. And it really surprises me that fighters don't fight more in the clinch. The clinch is purely I don't want to say grappling thing, but it's purely a passive position, right? Someone like Nate Diaz is extremely aggressive in the clinch. I made an entire video about this, how Diaz uses elbows, body work, wrist control to just bully people in the clinch. And I made a whole video about that. You guys should go check it out. But he just violent aggression in the clinch. And it surprises me because in Muay Thai, clinch fighters, like Muay Khao fighters, are some of the most exciting in the sport. Right? You have like Diesel Muay, Muay Thai, and Yodkumpon, who are just some excellent clinchers. And they're some of the most exciting people in the sport. But in MMA, clinch is boring. But I feel if MMA fighters started learning, more Muay Thai specific clinch, not just for, defensive purposes, but for offensive purposes, right? Like getting their own trips, getting their own takedowns, right? There's a variety of trips and sweeps that you can use, and just being aggressive with elbows and knees. I feel like that really could make fighting obviously quite a lot more interesting. And it could also solve the issue that's been going on lately of people with good takedown defense still being quote-unquote out-grappled. And it's just really, really interesting. Like you see, O'Malley versus Merab. O'Malley did a relatively good job at defending the takedowns, but was still held against the fence. Aldo versus Merab, right? Defended all 16 takedowns, still got held up against the fence and failed to disengage. Showed zero urgency to break off and fight in the clinch. Pereira versus Ankalaev. Pereira actually did try to break out of the clinch. I'll give him that. He was trying to fight the hands. Aldo versus Batista, just laying on the fence waiting for the ref to break you up, and that just won't do. You can't wait for the ref to change your position. You have to fight for it. And I feel like if UFC fighters start implementing more Muay Thai style clinch, it will be significantly better for them. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring to light just this interesting phenomenon that's been going on in the UFC recently, and just to discuss possible solutions to this. Of course, if you have your own thoughts, please leave them down in the comments below, and have a great day.